year is 1996. Two-time world heavyweight champion Riddick Bowe is planning a glorious comeback after losing 3 heavyweight titles to Evander Holyfield in a controversial decision 3 years prior. After knocking out former bully Jorge Luis Gonzalez, heavyweight champion Herbie Hyde, and Evander Holyfield himself by knockout, it's safe to say Bowe is back and he's here to stay. Wanting a tune-up before his inevitable fight with either Lennox Lewis or Mike Tyson after years of negotiations and organization problems.
I just can't picture myself fighting Riddick Bowe. He's been more than a gentleman to me, and I have done things that was out of gentleman character in the past to him.
The undefeated Andrew Golota is next up for Riddick to decimate. Can King Bowe put on the performance the crowd so direly anticipates and continue his incredible knockout streak? Or will the human pole get his adversary bent out of shape with the ringing of powerful, unbending steel? Welcome back to Boxing After Dark. Tonight we're returning to an iconic time period of heavyweight boxing, when it seemed like every fighter was out for blood and hungry for a title. The former undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, Riddick Bowe, was seemingly at the back of the pack as far as the greatest of its era, while Lennox was the clear king of the contenders, having racked up some very impressive victories. The champions, ranging from Iron Mike to Evander and Michael Moorer, seemed more dominant than ever. Riddick Bowe, a man whose name only needs to be said once to command attention.
Lewis, Bruno, Hyde, forget them. I'm the real thing.
Whether it be in or outside of the ring, Riddick was a Goliath of a man with seemingly no rules set on him, from throwing his WBC heavyweight title in the trash when given Lennox Lewis as his next mandatory fight, to sucker punching Larry Donald during the face-off before their bout. People were afraid of the former undisputed heavyweight champion, and so they should be. Bowe was 38 and won leading into this fight with Golota, and his only loss to Evander Holyfield was not only controversial, but also avenged, with Bowe knocking out Evander for the first and last time of his career.
Evander's a great competitor, and like I said, without Gonzalez and Evander Holyfield, at this particular point, I don't know where I would be, because they brought the best out of me, and I needed this challenge.
Whatever negative things there was to say about Bowe clearly had to be spoken with pursed lips, for if he felt disrespected, he was never afraid to stand up for himself. But while Riddick Bowe had done things that many boxing fans and historians look down upon, you could never deny he was a hell of a fighter, and a beauty of the sport technically and mentally. Andrew Golota was far from a household name when this fight was announced, but the parallels were clear between the two opponents. From his undefeated record of 28-0, and all but 3 coming by way of knockout, it was clear this man was here to set the division alight with fire and blood. But while Andrew boasted an impressive-looking record, his opposition was middling at best, with his previous fight being his most recognizable in Darnell Nicholson, the man who got a shock victory against John Ruiz early on in his career. Golota clearly had a strong punch in his gloves, and at 6'4", he would be near impossible to bully. But from the few fans that had seen his early fights on prior undercards and in his bronze medal-worthy performances in the 1988 Olympics, his dirtiness was apparent from the beginning.
Golota had a reputation as being a guy who occasionally lost control. It was a biting incident in a fight.
Golota in deep trouble!
The referee comes up, your man bit the other fighter. Andrew, did you bite the guy? Andrew looked at us and he said, I had to bite the mother.
Fight night arrived on the 11th of July, 1996, and with the event came the fighters themselves. As Andrew enters the ring solemn and serious, Bowe walks with confidence and a swift breeze. The crowd rumble loudly for their former king, and Golota keeps his head high with confidence packed into his gloves. The two talents show a brief second of respect, and the battle begins.
Round 1 begins. Lou Duva promised us that Golota would not be the standard straight-up Eastern European fighter, that we would see head movement. That from the beginning.
And make it a free-for-all. If Golota gets in there and start making it rough, then Bowe is going to be out of his house.
Stunning regularity against Bowe. Now Bowe lands the left that feints and holds back the right hand.
Round 1 opens and Golota comes out swinging from the moment the bell rings. Bowe's unathleticism is instantly apparent as he struggles to deal with the quick jabs thrown from his counterpart.
In round 1, Golota threw 24 more punches than Bowe.
It's to his advantage if he keeps this thing all mixed up.
Bowe lands a hard left hand inside. Good short left for a punch against Bowe. Golota going downstairs, might have been a little below the waistline. Kelly's watching upstairs to see if Bowe...
He's getting your body punches.
this round. Side. Golot's dropping the right hand. Pretty fast pace in this second round. Crowd lights up as Golota lands a combo. Bowe's wobbled.
This big guy, Golota, is a good athlete.
Bowe's turned this into the counter.
Flowing in round 3. Golota comes out of the clinch with a left hook to the right and the left himself.
It's kind of experienced fighter.
Golota with a solid low blow. Wayne Kelly stops and warns him. No point deducted so far.
He said the next time he would take a point.
Yeah, that was the second warning for low blows, so the next time would make sense. And to right, Golota blocked that one and rinsed Bowe's head around with a left hook.
In round 3, Golota gets a stern warning for an incessant amount of low blows being thrown in Bowe's direction after having yet another incredible round. Riddick seems lost in a fight he never feared.
Round 4 begins.
Now, if Riddick Bowe is going to fight it out with Golota, he's got to keep fighting. He can't give him any breathing room. He's already deserted that tactic now.
We get to those 11th and 12th rounds.
The initiative from time to time.
Bowe landed some heavy punches earlier in the round.
Left hooks from Holyfield years, and he's looking to catch him with that left hook again.
Hard left, hard right. Bowe wobbles into the corner. Golota goes into the...
He has the fight in control.
Looks like he's breathing hard inside.
Continue to do it.
You saw Golota measure Bowe for the right hand and then missed it. Another low blow. This is a bad one. And Wayne Kelly is going to have to give Bowe a timeout. And there's the tee for the timeout. There's a point deducted from each of the 3 scorecards. That point goes against Golota.
You got 5 minutes. And it's bad because he's virtually won the round with 19 seconds left in the round. And now it's going to be an even round.
Well, and it's terrible for Golota because he's been in control of the fight. He did not take the full 5. He didn't take anywhere close to it. So Bowe, perhaps not wanting to give Golota any more confidence, steps back up after what appeared to me to be less than 3 minutes of his allotted 5.
Listen, but I want to tell you something. Andrew Golota was landing low blows in rounds 2, 3, and 4 constantly. And I'll tell you, I'm glad he lost the point. He deserves to lose a point. He's really whacking him low, but he's fighting a good fight.
As you mentioned.
It's not going to be Golota's style over 12 rounds.
Doesn't give him a good shot.
Oh, he just landed a dynamite combination, left and right.
Not open for that uppercut.
Saw Bowe make a half-hearted effort to the right uppercut. Golota rocks him back with the right hand. Against the ropes. Golota rocks him again with the right hand. And a left. And another left up top. And the crowd is oohing and eyeing at the work that's being done on Riddick Bowe by Andrew Golota. Ago, Lennox Lewis found himself in through most of that fight.
A big round for Golota. But he may need those extra rounds.
Stanza right here. Close and Bowe. This Golota is no stiff in there. He's an athlete. Golota lands another left hook inside. Golota starting to fall in love with his ability to hammer Bowe up top, and now another low blow. And let's see if Wayne Kelly takes another point. And he does. That's the second point deducted from the scorecards against Golota.
Jim, the thing that comes next, without question, is a disqualification. I mean, I don't know how much of this Wayne Kelly's going to put up with.
You heard? Hit me below the belt. The Peter Rabbit punch. Go right back and fight back. Quick.
Left hook by Golota. Reestablishes his authority as soon as they go back together. And we've reached the midpoint of the fight. Time in this time, beginning of the 7th round. Bowe tentatively trying to establish something. Golota just keeps beating into the punch.
Can't seem to take one of Golota's double jabs. As soon as he double jabs it, Bowe stands still.
There's a left right on the belt line. Golota's going to have to be careful about this stuff. Bowe landed an uppercut finally.
1 point.
Is he taking a 3rd point for low blows? That is the 3rd time that he's deducted a point for low blows. So now,
I've never seen that.
I haven't either.
Before, and we're only in the 7th round.
There was another one of those body punches right on the belt line.
All because Riddick Bowe is standing still with the combination, but things go good for him.
He's just hammering Bowe in close. Just hammering it. That was another low blow. Down goes Bowe, and that's it.
That's it. Great.
It's a disqualification.
It's time to someone that understands that you're going to have to keep the rules in this business.
And now there's a fight in the ring that's been started by some of Bowe's handlers who went after Lou Duva, and somebody's going to get hurt in there. Somebody's going to get hurt. And
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Get back. Go back where you'll see the tongue. Get on back.
My microphone got knocked off my head.
Don't do it, son. Don't do that.
After things fizzled out and everyone was patched up and made healthy again, it was clear bad blood between the two camps was a declaration of war rather than a heat-of-the-moment mistake. After a disgusting show of sportsmanship, Bowe and Golota themselves decided to hash things out by declaring a rematch set for 6 months in the future.
This time, Golota's trainers concentrated on Bowe's belt line.
So the punches are going to be coming up here. They're going to be hitting him on the chin. They're going to be hitting him in the chest. They're going to be hitting him in the body. They're going to hit me there. Over here, we've taught Andrew to keep away. This is a no zone over here.
After a speedy jump in time, fight night beckoned yet again. The ring walk for both fighters was unsurprisingly much shorter than the previous time, and the anxiety seemed to set in for both warriors as they entered the middle of the ring. As the rules were recounted in a moment of deja vu, the boxers touched gloves, and the bell rang once more.
And you saw the police uniforms at ringside, so woefully absent on the night of July 11th.
Riddick Bowe is going down, even trying to throw a right hand to the body. Old stuff.
Golota doubling the jab and jabbing right through Bowe's guard. Golota has been able to pop his as he does there. Wild misses by Bowe. Golota had a very precise round. In round one, by punch stat numbers, Andrew Golota landed almost twice as many punches as Riddick Bowe, 26-14.
Atlanta left jab and
hard power punches from Golota. Bowe goes down. Second time in his career that Bowe's been down, and he's wobbling badly.
And his first punch is to the body.
Bowe's not answering here.
Riddick Bowe doesn't know where he is.
And let's see if Golota can finish, George.
And Golota has to be careful. Don't give him any courage by letting him land a good shot.
Now a right hand for Bowe as he finds himself a little bit, but Golota wobbles him again. Golota to the body. Bowe finally holds on. Golota's landed a lot of leather here. Golota again to the body. Hard right hand shot and another. Bowe's taking a vicious storm of punishment. A left hand counter landed for Bowe. He's not really sure what he's doing in there. He's just reaching and throwing. And this will save Riddick Bowe in round two.
He's taking a point away from Golota.
Yeah, it was a headbutt. 10 seconds left in the round.
Eddie Futch said that Riddick Bowe is a lost cause. Is he?
Golota landed a low blow in there, and if he does that a few times, that could get him thinking some negative thoughts.
Why is Golota staying in so close, do you think, George?
And he's not doing it like he did the last.
Now he's starting to blink. And Bowe is going to the power punches. That might turn it around for him.
Control.
Hard left hand by Golota. Bowe lands a right. They fire away at each other. Golota flirts with low blow danger again and lands a little counter left hook in there. Bowe, you saw landing a hard right hand on this evening, but now he's back in it big time. And Golota stumbles. Andrew Golota's never been knocked down, but he will be in a few seconds if this keeps up.
Well, let's see if Golota has the stuff that Bowe had when he came back.
Bowe landed a vicious right hand uppercut, the kind that he couldn't land in the first fight. Golota seems not fully in control of his senses here.
He's throwing a lot of punches below the belt, Golota is, and the referee seems to let it all alone. Only Golota is
low blows by Golota, and Eddie Cotton will pull him away. He can't stop himself.
Take your time. Take your time. You got up to 5 minutes. Take your time. Work it off. Take your time. Take your time. Take your time.
Riddick Bowe now should have a straight right hand. He wouldn't miss, but he keeps going over top.
Hard right hand lands for Golota as Bowe is missing with wide winging shots.
And you heard from the corner of Golota, no more body punches.
You can be in control. The next thing you know, you're out of control.
Hard shots by Golota. Bowe is wasted again. That's a knockdown. That's another knockdown. Count has begun at ringside. Cotton gets Golota to the neutral corner.
That is a very wobbly, glassy-eyed Bowe.
And Golota starts to the body and takes his time wisely. That left hook might have done it. Golota throws a body punch, flirting with disaster.
Get off those ropes.
Bowe takes a hard left-hand shot. Right hand lands for Golota. Ropes are holding him up.
Golota rubs Bowe in the face with his gloves. He's flirting with being disqualified, and he doesn't have to do it like that.
And again, Bowe survives.
After getting a point deduction once more in the previous round, Golota comes out swinging in round 5 and scores himself yet another knockdown with another incredible collection of hooks and headshots.
Golota has got to go to the body, jab him to the body, and then bring his left hook back up, and he'll have a knockout.
Bowe looks defenseless for the moment as he stands in front of the menacing Golota. And now Eddie Cotton's going to warn Golota for rabbit punching. Chance to pile up points here if he can avoid throwing low blows. And Bowe is just looping wild shots, but he's coming back again. Golota threw another body punch, flirting with disaster again. Just to be standing up in there, Riddick Bowe is showing a powerful force of will.
They've done a very good job on Golota's eyes as well. They're not bleeding or bothering him.
Is it already the 7th round? Amazing.
Riddick Bowe seemed to be taking control.
That's got to put Bowe in trouble again. How much of this can Bowe take? Right hand and then a left too as Golota backed away. But basically this is target practice for Golota. Hard right hand by Bowe. If this fight goes 10 rounds, that'll be the biggest upset since Holyfield over Tyson. Is Bowe playing possum? No, he's not. And there it is again.
I don't think that Riddick Bowe has another haymaker in his bag.
Bowe's 29.
Riddick Bowe went downstairs this time, maybe accidentally, maybe not.
And Golota was right there on the belt line again. Mostly he's staying upstairs because it's so easy. Well, if you're in Bowe's camp and you're looking for some sign of encouragement, here it is.
Riddick Bowe's body seems to have been the only thing that's whipping him. This body just doesn't know how to control this 235 pounds.
Knocking himself out with those big right hands when he misses.
Golota is doing right to measure Riddick Bowe.
Vicious right hand there. Golota slips as he tries to throw there and just pops Bowe with a couple little shots inside. And Riddick Bowe shows unbelievable guts.
This is one of those fights that speaks for itself.
Bloody, sweaty, hurt, semi-conscious.
Low blows, and down goes Bowe again.
Yeah, that's it.
And Cotton is not thinking disqualification.
He's calling the fight over.
That's it.
He's
thinking disqualification.
He's disqualified Golota again.
Look at that, over and over. And Larry, you can't say these are accidents. You just got to forget that.
It ends at 2:58 of round number 9. The winner by disqualification, Riddick Big Daddy Bowe.
After yet another disqualification loss for Golota, it's safe to say the crowd are once again lost for words. Bowe is crowned king once more when down on the scorecards, and Andrew is forced to leave the ring instantly to make sure that no riot ensues for a second time.
So you feel that this was such a tough fight that you have to start thinking about this about going out of boxing soon.
Yes, this is true, definitely.
Thank you very much, Riddick.
Riddick would eventually return to the ring 3 more times, fighting unknown journeymen in the mid-2000s before realizing his athleticism was well and truly gone and deciding to leave boxing for good. Andrew Golota would sadly never get the acclaim that Bowe had achieved through his short but explosive career, and would instead become more remembered for his career losses rather than wins.
Whatever demon it was that forced Andrew Golota to do those things in the ring, he couldn't stop it. He had no control.
If you've enjoyed this video and would like to see more from us here Boxing After Dark, feel free to subscribe to the channel and don't forget to drop a like and comment.